Welcome to EduRev.
Hello and welcome to EduRev. My name is Harshmeet Singh. In this video, we will be discussing about the composition of the upper house of the parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is also called the Council of the States. It has been formed for a very special purpose. The major purpose behind formation of the Rajya Sabha was that Rajya Sabha will act as a house where the states can bring their issues at the national forefront and they can discuss their issues at the national stage. However, over the years we have seen the nature of Rajya Sabha has changed. The working of the Rajya Sabha has remained the same, but the objective of forming the Rajya Sabha has not been achieved and it has been used for other purposes. We will go into that debate a bit later on in our Parliament series. To begin with, in this video, we will be focusing on the basics about the composition of the Rajya Sabha. We will be discussing how many members does Rajya Sabha have, from where do the members come, and how do you become a member. I have been teaching the UPSC Civil Services aspirants over the past 5 years. I have given a couple of interviews myself, and more than 100 of my students have achieved ranks in the UPSC and various state PCS examinations throughout the country. Now, the Rajya Sabha, or the Council of States as we call it, is also called the House of the Elders. We have derived the concept of a second house from UK. In UK, the upper house is called the House of Lords. However, it is important to understand the fact that in the UK, the House of Lords is different as compared to the Rajya Sabha. The House of Lords is a nominated house where many of the seats are still hereditary. It does not have any real powers. It still is a house that highlights the royalty in Britain. The people who are close to the royal family, the people who themselves are royals, their relatives are the ones who are given seat in the House of Lords. Our Rajya Sabha is pretty different. As per the Constitution of India, the maximum strength of Rajya Sabha can be 250, out of which 233 come from the states and union territories, while 12 members are nominated. Now, these 12 nominated members are nominated by the President of India. As you would have read, the President of India can nominate a maximum of 12 members. These 12 members must be those who have special knowledge or experience in 4 specific fields, that is art, science, literature, or social service. Now, there are some important and interesting things here. Number one, many people ask me whenever I teach this, the first question that people have, "Fir sir, Sachin kaise aaye?" Sachin is a cricketer. Now, sports or cricket is not mentioned here. Then how is it that Sachin Tendulkar became a nominated member? Now, the reality is when Sachin was nominated, there was a debate about under which category is he being nominated. And it was clarified that in this case, sports in India is considered as an art. So, Sachin was nominated under this category. There's another thing, the second fact that you must remember. If President of India nominates someone by saying that this person is specially talented in a particular art or specially talented in literature, that is the President's prerogative. If the President believes that yes, he has special knowledge in the field of literature, that is fine, he will be nominated. If the President thinks that yes, this person has special knowledge in the field of social service, then he or she will be nominated. Meaning that you cannot go to the court saying, "अरे इसको तो आर्ट की knowledge ही नहीं है, इसको कैसे nominate कर दिया?" Or you cannot go to the court, "अरे ये क्या social service करेगा तो खुद के पैसे खाता है." It is the President who decides that yes, this person has knowledge or this person has experience, and you cannot challenge that. There is no eligibility criteria कि इतनी knowledge होगी तभी आप पाओगे. Current strength of the Lok Sabha is 245. Now, as you know, in the Rajya Sabha, a very important fact is there are some union territories that have no representation in the Rajya Sabha. The union territories without legislature, like Andaman and Nicobar Islands, like Lakshadweep, like Chandigarh, like Ladakh, like Daman and Diu, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, these are the union territories that have no representation in the Rajya Sabha. Now, The election for Rajya Sabha is not as simple as the ones in case of the Lok Sabha. The Rajya Sabha members are elected by elected MLAs of the state. For example, if UP sends 31 members to Rajya Sabha, who will be these 31 members? The people of UP will not vote. The MLAs of UP will vote. The elected MLAs of UP have the right to vote. So this voting method is not as simple as we have in case of Lok Sabha. In case of Lok Sabha, the voting method was first past the post system. Like in Rajya Sabha case में this voting method is called proportional representation with single transferable vote. It is the same method used in president's election also. It is the same method used in vice president's election also. It is the same method used in MLC, that is Legislative Council elections also. We will discuss in detail about this particular method in one of the later videos. But for now, remember the fact that the method is called proportional representation with single transferable vote. The other part about the Rajya Sabha which is interesting as compared to Lok Sabha is it has no reservation. So there are no reserved seats for SC and ST in Rajya Sabha, which is the case in case of the Lok Sabha. So do remember that part as well. Now, the Rajya Sabha, unlike the Lok Sabha, does not have any expiry date. For Lok Sabha, we know it has a 5-year tenure. Rajya Sabha, on the other hand, is a continuing chamber. It's a permanent house. So how do members change? 1/3 members of Rajya Sabha retire every second year. So if, for example, these are the members of Rajya Sabha in 2020, in 2022, these members will change. New members will come in. These two will remain the same. Then in 2024, these members will change, the middle ones. First one will remain the same. Then next year, 2026, the first members will change. Then again in 2028, this member will again change. So as you can see, all the members together are not retiring at one time. 1/3 members retire every 2 years. So if the question is, what is the tenure of Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha has no tenure because the entire Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. But if the question is Rajya Sabha member, how much tenure does Rajya Sabha member has? A member has a 6-year tenure. After 6 years, the member's time will come to retire. So the member will retire after 6 years, but the Rajya Sabha together will never retire. As I said, Rajya Sabha members are elected by elected MLAs of the respective states. And only 3 union territories have representation because only these 3 union territories have any MLAs. और अगर MLA ही नहीं होंगे तो वो लोग elect कहाँ से करेंगे राज्य सभा members को? So union territories with lesser population which don't have their own legislature, Andaman Nicobar, Ladakh, Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, they don't have any representation in the Rajya Sabha. I told this earlier also, in the Lok Sabha में हर union territory का representation होता है. But in case of Rajya Sabha, some union territories do not have any representation. Rajya Sabha does not even have any reservation. The thing that we discussed earlier, the nominated members come from these 4 fields. Now, in case of the Rajya Sabha, there was a very important change made in the year 2003. 2 changes in fact were made in 2003. Number 1, Rajya Sabha elections are held by open ballot. See, in case of Lok Sabha, when you vote, आपने ध्यान दिया होगा EVM machine is hidden, कोई देख नहीं सकता आप किसको वोट करो. That is called a closed ballot. Closed ballot मतलब कोई आपका वोट देख नहीं सकता आपने किसको वोट डाला. Rajya Sabha elections on the other hand are held by open ballot. So when MLAs are voting, MLAs को वोट डालने से पहले अपनी पार्टी लीडर को दिखाना पड़ता है. See, I have voted for our candidate, and then they put the vote so that they have to follow the party's directions. Second, anyone can contest Rajya Sabha elections throughout the country if they are a voter anywhere in the country, just like the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha election लड़ने के लिए you don't have to be a voter in that state. You can be a voter anywhere. In case of Lok Sabha, that was always the case. In case of Rajya Sabha, 2003 में ये change हुआ है. Before 2003, if you have to, let's say, fight Rajya Sabha elections from Bihar, you had to be a voter of Bihar. If you had to fight Rajya Sabha elections from, let's say, Nagaland, you had to be a voter of Nagaland. But since 2003, that has not been the case. since 2003, you can fight Rajya Sabha elections from anywhere in the country. And that is how Rajya Sabha members are elected. The political parties want those members in the Rajya Sabha which cannot win elections on their own in Lok Sabha, but they want to make them the ministers. S. Jaishankar, our external minister, the Rajya Sabha member. In Arun Jaitley, when he was alive, the late Arun Jaitley, he also lost Lok Sabha election. He came to Rajya Sabha and became a minister. Smriti Irani in 2014 lost the election, came to Rajya Sabha, became a minister. So Rajya Sabha is used as a house from where you can nominate ministers. Now just to test our knowledge, let's see if you can solve this question. Which of the following is not true? Rajya Sabha has a 6-year tenure. All UTs have representation in Rajya Sabha. Seats are reserved for SC and ST in Rajya Sabha. You can see your options. The correct answer here is all of the above. All of the above are untrue. All of the above are false. Rajya Sabha members have 6-year tenure but not the Rajya Sabha. Other two are also false as we have discussed. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it.